Greetings, Earthlings. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing so well today. I'm Zac, I'm a clairvoyant psychic, and I share my gift to bring out the best in yours. In this video, I wanted to take a break from themed readings and just give the spirit of the universe a place to be able to bring through the messages that you guys need to hear most at this point on your life path. So, there are 3 piles to choose between. As always, before you do, make sure you make an effort to ground your energy, because when you ground your energy, it really does give us the best chance to link up in time and space so that I can pull through the most useful information. So light a couple candles, turn the lights down low, take a couple deep breaths. That'll look a little different for each of us. But once your energy is grounded, choose between the piles intuitively, and I will meet you at your reading. Hey, Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. It feels like, I don't know why, it feels like I haven't done a reading in weeks, several weeks, but it's been, just a week. I guess, I don't know why. It just feels that way. It feels like it's been a minute. I'm excited to talk to you guys. And I also I don't have a plan for today. No concept. No concept. I just basically, I've been doing so many spooky themes lately. I want to do one that's just a standard, space for spirit to give us a message, okay? So, pile 1, you guys chose the cork, and I'm hearing the first message that we're going to reach for is, why is group 1 here? Okay, why is group 1 here? So, let's start there. I'm going to reach for some tarot cards. Oh boy, we're going to have a wiggly set. Ace of Swords. Okay. Sorry guys, I feel very comfy resting my elbows on the table, and I forgot to put a little piece of something behind my fake selenite there. I call it fake because it's actually this. If you have this, you guys, is actually Ulexite. Real selenite is clear, almost like clear quartz, like see-through. Maybe you guys already knew about that. I revealed that recently to you guys. I just spoke to a good rock person. I'm very, very interested in crystals to have very particular purposes. Okay, so I want a protection, and I want it, when I want it, right? I don't want some quasi interpretation of, oh, this is kind of protective. And the same concept with cleansing. I'm very, very much a healer, very much value cleansing and protection. LOL, of course we have the witch come out. Above all else. And maybe that's just a message for you guys too, to be very, very discerning with the crystals that you choose, okay? Clear quartz, you can charge it with anything. I use it as an amplifier. Wow, guys. I am really relaxed. I know it's always so interesting because this is a YouTube video. It's supposed to be a form of entertainment, but I am not in any rush. I'm not in any rush to pull any cards, and I don't have any sense of ambiguity regarding like if I'm going to be able to perform this reading. There's without a doubt I'm going to be able to. But it's just this very, very interesting sort of just calmness. Okay? And that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the cards that are on the table, but it is what I'm feeling. For some reason, I want one more. Can I get like one more? And usually, I don't take cards that flop out. So, it's always so funny when I say flop. Okay. So what I'm seeing first, you guys, is a lot of gray. There's lots of gray. Lots of neutrality. Okay? Lots of emphasis on gray. Okay? And right before I sat down, I have the most uncomfortable stool. I like what they look like, but they're so uncomfortable. Anyways, I grabbed a pillow and I was like, okay, do I choose a gold pillow or do I choose this gray pillow? And I was like, no, I need to sit. I need to have a seat of neutrality. And it's very curious because this witch right here, actually her throne is not gray, but yellow. You would assume it to be gray because of the foot right here. The whatever marble cement she seems to be sitting on is gray, but her throne is actually gold. Very curious. And I chose very intentionally gray. And there's probably 0 people watching this reading because I'm taking so long to get this message out. Whatever. This is how I feel comfortable doing this right now. Okay, so there's a message about authenticity coming through as well. I just feel like there's this theme about not rushing. There's something about like just doing. Okay, so you guys must have some sort of action plan that you have implemented in your life, or this is a matter of needing to get very clear what you're going after so that you can utilize all sorts of different powers, okay, to fuel you on your way. Because if you're very clear about what you're going after, you're not going to be trapped in your mind, okay? Now, I also see something to do with finances and career improving. That's coming through, okay? The Ace of Swords, let's just touch back with that Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about clarity, okay? It also talks about a little bit of focus, a strong focus, okay? So this message that Spirit seems to want to talk to Pile 1 about has everything to do with focused intention. Okay, I feel like the Wands, the Queen of Wands, for some reason, yesterday was Halloween. Today is November 1st. And I woke up way different than I have been feeling all month. All month I was... I live in Los Angeles, California, and all the seasons are very blurred together. And it really makes me, it makes time just kind of like mesh. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. And so for all of October, I really made a strong emphasis on trying to feel spooky for the whole month. All month, try to pull in like strong fall vibes. Try to get like a real strong sense of like the spirit of Halloween to come through. And so I got a bunch of pumpkins. I got some spooky things and really enjoyed really kind of focusing all of my power of intention on it being a month that I will remember. And as I looked back on it this morning, I gotta say, it was really cool. I felt for sure strong and confident that I had done enough to make it feel like I'm going to remember this month. It was a lot of fun. This past week was a friggin' blur, but I have an Instagram. I have a very, very different personality outside my tarot channel. I'm a skilled photographer and artist as well. And I spent a lot of time doing that this week because the last couple of years, I just totally ignored Halloween, and a lot of my art has been taking a back seat so that I can focus on spirituality. And I'm now at a crossroads where those two paths are coming together. Instead of walking so far down this one path on, spirituality, I've been sort of walking down this other path where I want to sort of, pick back up art and exploring my voice in that lens, in that part of the world. And so I think that for pile 1, I feel like focus is super important. I think I bring up a lot about trying to get your attention onto one thing. And I think that might be just to get my viewers to understand how important it is to have focus. I think now I feel like the message on this channel might be evolving slightly towards you can have more than one pursuit, but you have to be fully committed to that one if you're going to be able to be that, do that, experience that to the fullest of it. Okay? Because what I'm getting is this Ace of Swords clarity, focus, and it brings out this Queen of Wands, which I'm viewing as you. But I'm hearing you can't access her if you don't know what you're doing, if you're kind of having your hand in multiple pots, okay? And so for the longest time, I would say choose one path, right? Because otherwise you're scattering your energy. But I'm hearing now, it's almost this concept of just focus, right? What are you doing today? Focus your energy on that. Try not to cross-pollinate too much. Try to get your focus and your attention on that, because that's going to help you reveal and pull out all the genius behind it. I'm hearing, it's like this concept of like, you can't do it the way A, it should be done, B, that you desire it to be done, C, in a way that other people are going to benefit from it as well. You're not going to be able to do that unless you're focusing your attention there. Because the focus, that's how you're able to fold in magic. Okay, so for example, you want to be an equestrian, okay? You want to do horseback riding lessons. That's not a very good example. Let's do something you have to build. Okay, so you want to build a barn filled with talented riders and talented horses. Well, if you're doing that at the same time as a bunch of other projects, you're trying to pursue being an artist, trying to do a travel vlog, something like this, your inspiration from your guides is going to be so scattered, it's not going to be able to get that horse barn project fully realized. Okay, I'm feeling like your access to passion and spirituality, it's not able to be accessed unless there's this concept of clarity and focus of intention that's coming through, okay? Something about getting very clear on the mind. This Eight of Swords, I feel like it's kind of just like an energy of the past is what's coming through. And I'm seeing the 8 as being the most, popping. It's the biggest thing. This card always speaks to me clearly. Today I'm only hearing 8. And 8 is the number of mastery. And I literally feel like you guys are mastering your mind. And that's why I'm having this discussion between evolving from only having one thing that you're pursuing to it's okay if you have multiple things that you're juggling, just ensure that you have focus when you're pursuing that one thing that day. Okay, so if you're in the horse barn building mode, make sure that's the hat you wear that whole day or even that whole week. I was talking a lot about how last week, it feels like I haven't done a reading in forever, and it's because I got that spooky Halloween, my last video, out very quickly, quicker than I've ever done before. I had everything recorded in a single day. I usually do 2 days now, so I don't exhaust myself. And it gave me the rest of that week to be able to design costumes, to photograph them and to edit them and to put them on my personal art Instagram. And it felt really good to be able to do that today when I woke up. So I feel like there's this like clarity. It feels like November is coming up, and I feel like the month of November is going to be very clear for you guys. I just feel like you guys are going to be able to know what you're going after, and then you're going to have the willpower to be able to do that. The Queen of Wands, the Wands, passion, willpower, drive, okay, but also the spirituality. So I feel like there is a strong emphasis over the next 30 days or the next cycle where you're going to be able to access creativity. And you're going to be able to fold that into something that you're going after, okay? I did just hear that there are no cups in this spread. Cups, they talk about emotions, psychic sensing, relationships as well. So perhaps that's not where we need to focus our energy, because that feels good for some of you. I'm dropping this concept, you guys. I just wanted to, I don't know why I wanted to voice that for some reason. Maybe we'll look at relationships. I don't know. The mastery over the mind, though, is coming through. So I just see you having this clear month ahead, okay? And again, I have no clue what the theme of this video is. It's just messages you need to hear right now. So maybe it's going to evolve into what does the next 30 days look like, or, some concept like this. But Spirit's bringing through this concept of grayness, and I'm seeing it as balance and justness, okay? Justness of the mind. And since I don't deal with reversals, this could very well, might want it to have come out as reversed, which to me always talks about all the swords dropping away and all the, the blinds, what are these called? Bandages falling off because they're so loose, So what I feel like is a strong message on clarity. Clarity for the next 30 days. There's just this message of gray energy. Gray to me in your reading is coming through as a just mind. So I feel like you guys the message we want to bring forward is a message of purpose and focus. Purpose and focus. Because when you know what you're doing, you're going to be able to, yes, synergy is coming through, okay? When you know what you're doing, it gives you, okay, now I'm getting another message. When I was starting last week, I had a lot I needed to do. I needed to do my YouTube video. I had client readings that I needed to do. I have my workout schedule that I need to do. And because it helps with my psychic ability. And I also had to design and construct costumes and photograph and edit them. And my usual style is not focused when I'm shooting. I love to shoot very organically and naturally, not necessarily go after a single image, but do a shoot and then select from them. But I recognized early on that I did not have enough time to do that. I was working with very limited time, and so I had to have an understanding. I had to have a clear focus on what I was going after, so that I could just cut away all the extraneous time that just wasn't necessary. Yes, it's so much more fun, and sometimes you can get a magic photo from just going and doing a very organic shoot, not necessarily going after one image at a time. But I didn't have that kind of time to work with. And so I had to go after a single image at a time and get that. And once I had it, move on from it, because there just wasn't enough time. And what I'm getting is that having that clarity, having that focus really did help me energetically be able to do things efficiently, but also I could see in my mind's eye what that photo needed to look like, and then I could finesse it. And so I had ended up with a perfect photo, and it didn't require me just like a bunch of troubleshooting, moving the light around, moving the camera. I do self-portraiture, so it's a one-man job, and it can be very exhausting. So your spirit guides don't want you to exhaust energy. In fact, they want you to understand how they can work with you if you're going after something that you know about. This isn't the message that I usually bring up about pick one thing. This is a message about getting clear in your mind what you're going after that day, and then being able to receive support from the universe for that one project. I'm just seeing like it doesn't help to just give you breadcrumbs. We kind of want to give you a loaf of bread, is what's coming up. And it's like, if your mind is focused on this one thing, you're going to be able to bring it to completion, or you're not going to exhaust yourself unnecessarily. I'm picking up on synergy. It's like you guys. I'm seeing you guys being able to step into this energy of the Queen of Wands. And if you don't know tarot, she's a little bit She's the party girl. She's who I call my party girl. She's also the witch of the deck, the most spiritual, the most lighthearted, the most playful, the most fun. That's a very, very, very attractive energy if you're going after something. Okay, something with purpose. Okay, so those are some messages. That's very cool. So 6 of Pentacles, harmony. I like to see that. It just feels like career and finances coming through. Okay, something about career and finances. Let's see. Something about like a give and take. This 6 of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, the moon with illusion. That doesn't really make sense to me. Some sort of secrecy. I feel like something's been very confusing to you. Okay? Something's been very confusing. Probably on the career front, probably on the financial front, and it's just been hidden from you. The 9 of Swords, it's a card of nightmares or the nighttime, card of your dreams, the moon, what you can't see, what's below the surface, psychic ability, intuition, dreams as well. And what I feel like, because these just represent a lot of dark imagery, dark not in negative, dark as in you can't see. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that. So something's been obscured, something's not been visible, right? And it feels like you guys are getting clarity. That's why we have the clarity of that Ace of Swords coming through. And I think that something on the career front is becoming a lot more clear. It feels like you're able to target it and go after it. And this has been something that's been hidden before. And it feels like perhaps you guys have been like an uphill battle. Maybe for some of you it's not that dramatic. But it feels at the very least just not necessarily knowing what's going to be the outcome. And with the 6 of Pentacles, it feels like there's about to be some sort of reward or some things being balanced, okay? So if you're, working pretty hard, but don't really feel like there's anything coming on that career front or financial front, some of you, this is a fitness journey. It feels like you're working out really hard, but not seeing much. Pentacles can talk about health and the body too. It feels like there are going to be results. There are results that are moving forward, coming to light, and quicker for those of you who can access this energy that we've been talking about so far with the Ace of Swords, and coupled with the Queen of Wands. Okay, so these are the messages so far. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? You know what I want to do? I'm going to grab some of these tiny messages. They're in a little bag today. I realize it's going to be a lot harder for me to draw them, but I like it. Dreamweavers, and I just made all those comments about dreams. Can I get like 3 of them? Legend. Feels very much your potential. There's one that I feel. Test. I feel like this darkness that you've been experiencing, kind of this confusion, this grayness, it feels like it's been a little bit of a spiritual test. We do have that Queen of Wands. She is the witch. She is also a very spiritual individual in general with the moon. And then we have Green Man with synergy. Yeah, there's definitely this message coming through about spirituality and some sort of test, okay? I feel like this confusion, this kind of like walking in the dark a little bit as far as career goes, as far as finances, things of that nature. Those are very umbrella terms. It's a general read and keep that in mind. Feels like that darkness, that anxiety, that insecurity, feels like that has been a little bit of a test to see if you're going to wimp out or if you're going to be able to stay the course, okay? And it's important for your soul to learn that lesson, to trust yourself, to develop trust and faith in your intuition. Yeah, because I wasn't getting any anxiety with this card. I was focusing on the 8, mastery over the mind. Okay, so there's definitely this concept of like, if you've been having poor sleep quality, that's improving. Okay, so you're getting a lot more confident on this earth is also what's coming up. You're just sort of like assimilating. into this more evolved nature of existence, the way you walk about life, the way you interact, the way you breathe, the way you see things. It's just becoming a lot more cohesive and congruent. Dream weavers with legend. You do have the Queen of Wands, you do have the Ace of Swords. I feel like there's clarity on your purpose. Yeah, for some reason I was getting purpose. That word was popping a couple minutes ago. So I feel like you're getting clarity about what your life purpose is. Okay, that's for some of you. Those are some other messages from Spirit. Let's go ahead and draw one of these guys. I haven't used this deck in a long time. I'm just really not drawn to it. For some reason I wanted to today. I'm actually giving this deck away to my sister because I don't feel much from it. But for some reason today I was like, let's open it up. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Yes, cool. So that pops a lot. Definitely this concept of walking in the dark for a little bit. I know this is not going to look pretty, but that's exactly what we were talking about. It was a test, you guys. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? This is the biggest green light in the deck. I love this green light. So anything that you're going after, of all of these cards, that one's my favorite. Because it's not necessarily saying you are supported, do everything. It's asking you to develop faith and trust. It says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? It's not saying you're supported, you can do whatever you want. You can, but I'm just trying to illustrate that this still has that element of choice. It does not interfere with your free will. It kind of puts you in your power though, right? And I'm also seeing this auric streaming on this individual walking there. Very curious. And it feels like that was that message of assimilation. Like you're becoming a lot more integrated on earth as a spiritual being walking through this human life. Now, what are you going to go after? That's up to you. That's up to you to experience. I just sense that you have energy available to you. Ace of Swords, clarity and purpose. Queen of Wands, a lot of willpower. So it's just this message of making sure that, we had that early message of authenticity come through, because I was in no rush to, force the words to come out to be entertaining. I could care less about entertaining. It's not what my work is about. Sorry, that was me being authentic too. Anyways, where are you going to go, pile one? What are you going to do? This test, is it over? I can't answer that, but you can. There's a strong message about you being evolved and you being able to understand, or it's a requirement for you to evolve, to recognize if this test is done, if you're still in the middle of it, if things are still confusing, okay? Those are messages coming through as well. For some reason, I'm just getting this strange message about not trying to spell this out for you, just to read it for you one more time. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? All right. Well, I want to do one more card, and I'm going to do an animal spirit guide. I was just being drawn to these guys. This is for pile one. Spirit, we haven't really had just clear, open communication for a while on my channel. I just wanted to create a space today to be able to get messages out. Is there an animal spirit guide for pile one? The dolphin, okay. Breathwork, mana, flow as well. Okay, and the emphasis is on the silvery skin for me, okay, and going through water, just being able to slip right through water. And it talks about being able to, that makes sense. The clarity I was talking about, being able to access willpower and passion in order to fuel you, in order to get something done. There's you guys have to go from A to B. It's that message I was talking about with my photography this week. I couldn't just go after 100 different photos and then try to cull them. No, it took too much time and energy, and it was scattering my path forward and choosing one thing to go after, focusing my attention on that really helped me bring things all of the way through. So dolphins can mean different things to you, but what I'm getting is like being able to flow through life and feel supported energetically. I think sometimes we can be a little bit scatterbrained. You guys are learning that lesson. You're becoming a lot more clear with the mind and understanding a little bit of how it can be at times a double-edged sword, how your intelligence can work against you or fuel you by giving you insights. Okay, so I feel like there are insights coming through, focus and clarity coming through. You have a message from the dolphin that you can research on your own. If you're new to my channel, I always say first, before I interpret the animal medicine, that animal medicine guide has a specific message for you. I do invite you to just open a Google browser, research that. I like to go to Google Images and see which animal and associated message on that pops, and I just read it from there. Cool. So this is everything I'm getting for pile 1, and I hope you guys enjoyed this more laid-back approach. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. I do private readings. You can find all that information down below. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, pile 2, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. This reading is very loosely structured. I just wanted to create space for your spirit guides, the universe to speak to you, and just give you any messages that would be helpful on your path. I have been doing lots of themed readings lately, so I just felt like, it's also just my favorite thing to do is just create a space for spirit to be able to speak with you. So pile 2, you guys chose the raw jade, and as I picked it up, I saw snakes. Snakes are so cool. Even if you don't like them, that's not a negative omen. Snakes, they're so cool. I love snakes, you guys. They talk about transmutation. So transmuting energy. So perhaps some of you are going through something in your life, but what I'm hearing is that you have a very good way of dealing with it or coping with it or digesting it. Okay, so that's just the first thing I saw. There's something about scales too and armor. Yeah, you guys are becoming a lot stronger psychically and spiritually, being able to ground and protect yourself. That's a message that wants to come through as well. But let's crack open some tarot. And I gotta apologize, you guys. My setup today, it's gonna wiggle a bit. There's nothing more annoying to me. No, there's nothing more annoying to me than something wiggling or the camera moving. But that fake selenite over here, this is actually called ulexite. Real selenite is not ulexite. I don't know if some of you guys have fake selenite too, but I just learned that. I just got a bunch of horn beeps outside, so maybe that's just a message I want to pass on again. I passed it on to pile 1. A message of if you actually have, certain desires. Yeah, I got a big confirmation outside. If you want a stone that's protective, make sure you do your research that is a protective stone. If you want a stone that is cleansing, for example, selenite, or, this is fake selenite. If you want that property of cleansing, you should get real selenite. This is not real selenite, okay? This kind of opaque looking thing that flecks off, that's not real selenite. Real selenite is clear, it almost looks like mica, and it has a hardness of 2, so you can scratch it with your nail. I don't want to get up right now and show you mine. You can research ulexite and you can research selenite. Wow, a lot of emphasis on the clear blue. It's not a pale blue. They all have basically the same tone. All with green on the bottom too. I just want one more card, you guys. So for pile 2, Spirit. And of course, that emphasis, heavy emphasis on that exact tone of blue would come out. Alrighty, let me look at these, you guys. Something about putting down the burden. Feeling a lot more clear. Yeah, there's like this freshness, okay? I feel like this reading is about perhaps the next cycle or the next 30 days. It just feels like I woke up today and November is like a new month. It just feels like this month has like this energy of a clean slate written all over it. Is the biggest thing coming through. Blue is communication. It is also the universal color of healing. Starting with the Ten of Wands, something that you're putting down, right? Something that you were carrying on your back, but you didn't like need to. You were just shouldering a lot of the burden of humanity is coming through. Now, if this is less dramatic, because it's a general reading, for some people it's not going to be so extreme. If this is less dramatic, this is kind of just like you having a lot of responsibility. I just see you kind of setting it down and having new energy. This energy might not be reliable. It might come in short bursts. And it's just different, though. You can see the huge transition between literally the head being buried. We can't see it at all. And perhaps looking down, and then we have a figure who's, in town. And then we have a figure who's on the countryside, head up. The breeze is blowing. Okay, so there's a real transfer of energy. We were talking a lot about transmutation as well. I feel like there's some burden in your life that you're getting rid of. There's a burden. Some burden is being let go of. And as a result, you just feel like this breath of fresh air. You guys, that's what feels like November is. It feels like November really is a breath of fresh air. Enterprise, one, a new beginning. And then Jupiter, a blessing. Aries, I'm reading Aries as just like drive and willpower. Look at this. You see how he's holding so tightly 10 wands in his hand, and he could just let it all go. Just let it all go is what's coming up. Enterprise. Yeah, a successful enterprise with that 6 of Wands. I'd love to see that. Okay, so also very, very spiritual healing colors, that light pink. I just feel like there's something you guys have been working on that's just been taking a lot of energy, a lot of your willpower to bring this through. And at times it felt like you were forcing this uphill. It just had felt like an uphill battle. A lot of responsibility for some of you as well. It's like you were taking on the weight of the world and trying to be everyone's savior, trying to be there for everyone. A lot going on in your life, a big kind of juggling act between career, home, relationships, leaving no time for spirituality or no time for yourself. Now, for others of you, that scale that I just illustrated could be completely inverted, taking a lot of spiritual weight on your shoulders at the cost of relationships. There are no cups, I'm recognizing. It feels like you're just letting it go, right? I always look at this 10 of Wands differently. I always feel the cards, and I always feel that 10 of Wands is just like, oh God, just set it down. Come on. I see it already passed. It's already been done, especially with that open hand right here. I'm just picking up on this energy of just a release of sorts, especially since we have that one enterprise. Jupiter is a planet of blessings. We got this card of success, and transitioning into the Page of Swords. Again, the message isn't like you're getting the most incredible energy to work with. You're getting a new beginning, but it is a message of fresh energy, new energy. 10th house with reputation. Yeah, I'm getting success. What's popping here? Yeah, it was something to do with success and recognition. This could be in your career. For some reason, I'm not really reading this as career. I'm reading this as It's either purpose or, yeah, we have the message of responsibilities coming up. You guys have been working really hard on something. Okay? Working really hard to build something. And this 10 breaks down to a 1, but I also just realized 10-10, it's coming out to clarify, okay? So for some of you, it's totally career. It is something you've been building, something you've been putting a lot of effort into. You are going to be receiving results. There are results that are on the way, especially because this card of victory is in the same suit as what we seem to be talking about with this 10 of Wands. They're the same suit. They're both wand energy. So the victory that I'm picking up on the success, especially clarified here, this achievement, fame, notoriety is popping as well. Empire, enterprise, those are kind of very relative energies. I feel like you guys are reaching the top of the mountain finally and able to set down the burden. You guys have been working very hard. Aries, Tommy talks about the ram pioneering. This 10 of Wands either says you can't see the forest for the trees, or you're so close, you're almost there, you just can't see it. Just keep going, you're almost at the mountaintop. I feel like you guys are reaching the mountaintop. It could be right now. Or this is something you're experiencing in the next couple of days, the next passing days. Something is being achieved. Something is being recognized as well. Ready. Yeah, you guys are ready. Can I get one more? A sea change. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm getting, this first message from Spirit, has to do with your career, has to do with just in general what you've been juggling is also how this is coming up. I feel like for a really long time you've been like, I just keep seeing it's the energy of you trying to do everything for everyone and also be everything for everyone. And that's changing. I feel like you guys really deserve something. And that's an interesting word. I have an interesting relationship with that word, deserve. I feel like no one deserves anything, yet there's also the law of cause and effect. And so if you look at it that way, every action, there's going to be a reaction or a consequence. Consequence has a negative connotation, but that's not the actual definition of the word consequence. Consequence just means like a reaction to. So it feels like there's some sort of consequence that's going to happen as a result of you reaching the top of this mountain. Sorry about that, guys. Some apartment next door apparently called about mice, which is very interesting because I have never seen a single mouse ever in our apartment. But 2 days ago, I literally saw a mouse climb the back wall. And it was so weird. If you've ever seen a mouse in the wild, I just feel like it's so strange. And when I say in the wild, I mean like outside of the barn, right? I grew up at a horse barn, on a horse farm. So I'm used to seeing mice like around the barn. But like it was just so strange to see that. Mice talk about scrutiny. And I feel like it was important to interrupt that message for some reason. So yeah, there's just like this energy of like the load is done, like that effort where it felt like you were building up, it's ending, right? 10 talks about completion, the end of a cycle, leaving you on and up. And because we have the 6 of Wands, you guys are definitely celebrating something. Definitely some sort of victory, okay? Now, I feel like these cards are kind of like going like this. And that leaves us with this High Priestess. I am so sorry. One moment, you guys. There's a different message with this High Priestess. So let's go ahead and investigate that. She represents secrets. We have the 8 of Wands, the 10 of Wands popping again, and then the Lovers. This concept of a lot of wand energy and then a major arcana card. The wands talk about spirituality, life purpose, passion, willpower as well. And that concept of responsibility, communication responsibility, there's definitely news coming. I feel like there's an opportunity coming for pile 2 regarding your career and regarding just like the sheer amount of work you have been putting in. It feels like there's something that's stopping, like something's being set down, and it's because you've reached completion. That's the third 10 that we have in your reading, right? So this concept of cycles ending, leaving you on an up. There's some opportunity coming. You're ready, right? This sea change was like a quick message. This concept of being ready is also one that's pretty significant too, especially with Enterprise, this energy of like beginning. New energy with the Page of Wands. So you're ready to start something. It's somewhere, you're doing something. It's going to be a little bit different for each of you. Now, with the Lovers to come out, with the High Priestess, I feel like there is a message coming through about love. And it feels like this connection, it's faded because we do have the Lovers here with the High Priestess. I feel like you guys have been blocked from each other for a while. There's a message of you guys being blocked from each other. And I think it's because you each had individual healing to do. And for some reason, you needed to grow apart for a while. Something about growing apart. The Lovers, I don't necessarily get this about self-growth. I usually do. This to me is coming through as passion and something to do with a real person, like a real significant other. The High Priestess, it's coming to light. It feels like there's a relationship coming to light. Let's see if I can cause some more synchronicity. Attraction, yes. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Your head has been on the grindstone. Your head's been really busy, buried in work lately. And I feel like there is some sort of connection that's coming through. As a result of you like setting down so much of what you've been doing, it frees this energy. Let's see if I can get some messages. Teacher or instructor. This person could be a mentor of yours, a teacher of yours. Okay, something about that. Some sort of dynamic. I heard power dynamic, but it wasn't in a negative sense. Gym. Okay. This person could be where you regularly go. Okay. One more. Musician and singer. Okay, so a message of ebb and flow is coming up, okay? So relationships, they ebb and flow. I'm just hearing like there's just this like just ease. There's just this ease coming through for pile 2. Your spirit guides want you to be aware that you are going to receive recognition and success and celebrate victory for the hard work you have been putting in the career sector or on your life path in general. The second message your spirit guides want you to be made aware of is this idea of making sure that your attraction, for some of you, it's making sure your attraction is in a vibration that is attractive, right? So you can really up-level your vibration by singing, by listening to music, but also by exercising, by working out, and by learning new things. This puts you in an energy where you feel like you want to be a part of life. That's an attraction that is going to, that is a resonance that's going to attract a lover for you. For others of you, this is a confirmation that there is a lover in your life that you're about to embark. That you're about to embark on, a romance you're about to embark on. Something has been hidden from you, and now it's coming to light. You guys were blocked, you had to grow apart, and now it's time for this connection to come together. I kind of want to draw a card that represents this. And for some reason, I'm going for my spiritual deck. This is for pile 2, please. Nope, okay. This is for pile 2, please. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Okay, so for some of you who this has nothing to do with romance, there is a friend. There is a friend coming together, especially if you feel like, you're one of a kind, kind of a little bit of an oddball. I feel like it's really hard to make really lasting connections and friendships. There's definitely someone coming together, but I was getting soulmates. The word soul family is popping as well. And I think that there's something coming to light in matters of love and romance. There's definitely some sort of person coming together. Now, let's see if we can ask a few questions about this. Okay, let's see. I want to know, we got this vibe of singer, a musician, instructor. They literally could teach music, whether they are a singer or a musician. That's a difficult word to say today. Musician, there we go. Or a gym instructor, a fitness aerobics instructor, someone who teaches horseback riding, someone who works in the outdoors. I want to know, can we get a confirmation, please, about what this person does? Defense. I just said horseback riding. That's interesting. We have 4 people mounted on horses. Defense. Mars in the sign of Taurus. Curious. Okay. Something about like their personality needed to develop. We do have another 2 though coming through. Stubbornness. Okay, this person's stubborn. I feel like you had to separate for some reason. It feels like there was some soul lessons that needed to be learned. Okay, what is the energy of this union? When these 2 people come together, Spirit, what is the energy of this union? Choice. Okay. It's good, but there's another message. Okay, so obviously we have that beautiful rose, okay, but we have a heart being stabbed, okay? And we have these 2 angels up on the clouds as well, one blindfolded with the sword, and they're in very, very spiritual colors, light pink and purple. Those are the most spiritual colors in my mind. And the star is right here making me think of soulmates, okay? The emphasis on Mars, but this is in Libra. So what I'm feeling like is this is a fated connection. I'm hearing fire and ice. I'm hearing it. For some of you, it's always interesting to do general readings, you guys. It's you just get flooded, right? I see like literally 8 different timelines that I could talk about, and as a psychic I'm supposed to just like pick one and then hope it resonates for the right amount of people. It's always so annoying. So when you hear me just go like and it's like literally imagine being told 7 stories at once and you're supposed to just pick one. It's like, okay. Anyways, that's just, I will never get off that soapbox about general readings. Anyways, so what I'm seeing is it's a fire and ice connection. You either can, make steam out of that or burn each other out. Okay? It's a rose, but there's also thorns. So I'm feeling like it's not every relationship, not every connection can be the most incredible. Okay? Not every connection can be everything that you're looking for. Okay? With the rose comes the thorns. The rose being such a beautiful fragrance. It's the highest frequency that is measured in science to this day, the scent of rose. It's the highest frequency we can measure using modern science. So something very grand, something very beautiful. Okay, we also have all of these roses popping again with attraction. So there is a very strong attraction with this connection. I'm hearing you balance each other out, but you're both very stubborn. And there's something about this connection that's very, you butt heads at times because I'm hearing you guys are very similar. Very similar, and it causes you guys to butt heads. Now, there's a choice of this connection. With choice, choice I'm interpreting it as potential. If you want this to last, both of you have to know that. Both of you have to be sure that the other wants it. It is a divine union. We have the number 7. So what I'm picking up on is it's just like energy of you're going to experience this, and some of you are going to say, no, thank you. Glad we came together for our last hurrah, but no, thank you. Others of you are going to decide, you know what? This person challenges me. This person makes me think. This person pushes me to be the best version of myself. This person is annoying. This person infuriates me at times, but there's no one like this person. Okay. That's what's coming through. That's as specific as I can be. I can't walk down all those different potential futures. Is just not possible. But I wanna draw a couple more cards. So I want an energy first for this main message, this message about recognition, this message about at least like, it feels like I can finally set this down, right? And enjoy something as a result. So I just saw a backpacker climbing to the top of the mountain and set down all of his stuff. And it's like, now what he can do is look at the view, right? And that's the energy that's coming through. It's like something you're able to like, it's done. That hard uphill battle is done. Now you get the reward. And I know we had that talk about the word. So you just get the consequence of being able to, anyways. Lightning with power. That's what I felt like. There's some sea change. There's some power. All of that blue coming through. You got the 6 of Wands to support you. You got the 10th house to come out as a clarification. You're ready for this. You're ready for this. Lightning is the most powerful, awe-inspiring energy on Earth, okay? I don't want to say universe because I don't know what else exists in all the other universes of the world. Of the universe, I mean. But this is like very magnetic, very powerful, right? Very, very new. Fresh, right? Because lightning sparked life on our planet. It brought life from the sea because it introduced different ions and thingies like that. Science, la la la. But it's true. That's how different life forms most likely evolved, was from lightning. We needed energy, right? So for this relationship, we got a lot on it, but could I have just sort of an earth magic to describe it? Yeah, it's karmic. Okay, this one's karmic. Oh, the snake, you guys! And lightning snakes too as well. You know the snake I saw in the very beginning of your reading. And I was reading this as a soulmate. So I feel like there is some really significant connection for you guys that you're meeting. It's time. I'm just hearing it's time. You're ready. You guys have been doing about as much as one person can do. You've been carrying a lot. This 10 of Wands, it's one of the most important cards in your reading. And we had 10 come out 3 different times. So there's this message coming through about like, finally. Finally. And also, I'm sorry, I like totally skipped past this message. This is a karmic partner, right? That's why I was seeing it as fire and ice. That's why there's this element of choice. That's why the scales are there. So you're going to be able to say, do I want this or do I not want this? Right? Some of you want it, and you're going to be able to take this person for all their imperfections and love them. And they too, they have an element of choice in this connection as well, I have to say. But it's going to be different per person. I feel like these are all the messages that I'm getting for pile 2. Is there anything else I want to touch on? It feels like good. I feel like that's good for a reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps more than you know. I do book personal readings. So if you'd like to book a personal private reading, you can find all the information down below. You can do it over the phone with me, or you can just book a reading, a video reading like this, a text reading. You can explore all of that down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world, pile 2. And until next time, stay divine. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so well today. There is no theme for this reading. I have been doing so many themed readings for the month of October. I just wanted to kind of get back to a neutral place and just create a space so that any messages from the universe could reach you, messages that would be most helpful for your path. You guys chose mint and it smells amazing. So yeah, very excited. I know as little or as much as you guys do as far as what's going to come through. So this is for pile 3. I have to apologize for the fake selenite. I pointed this out in all the readings today. This is actually called Ulexite. So if you guys are people who really do want a stone that is cleansing, especially self-cleansing, especially if you charge or cleanse jewelry, make sure you're investing in some really good selenite. So selenite honestly should look pretty translucent, kind of like clear quartz. This is actually Ulexite. All of those kind of like shiny, opaque, moonlight reflective stones, that is not true selenite. It is actually Ulexite. Okay, I'm going to get 4 cards. What I was saying was I apologize for the shifting faux selenite over there in the corner. I have a different setup on the table today. So it's so annoying to me to see the table or the set shift on camera. So I have to apologize for that. Let's get 2 more cards. Okay. So the first message that's popping has to do with hope, okay? Something about hope. Something about hope is coming through. Okay, so very curious. We have a mix of both piles 1 and 2. Pile 1 very gray, pile 2 very blue. And in here we have almost like an equal balance of both of them. Okay, so the star card. You know, I always get kind of like a movie star vibe, but today the feelings have been very different. This one is of hope. So there's something, I see you guys like wishing on a star, wishing for something. For some of you, maybe this has to do with a soulmate connection, something along these lines. Okay, but I feel like you've been going after something, or you got your heart on something. You set your mind on something that you really desire to have, and there's definitely something that is worth keeping your vibration up towards, your aspirations, your dreams, things that you wish to go after. Your spirit guides really want to remind you just to be hopeful. Okay, it's super important to recognize that any yearnings you have, any desires that you have are genuine. They're guidance from your higher self. I look at the star at times as kind of our higher selves. We, in our spirit form, are this little star up here, and then in our human form, kind of this star down there. It's a reminder that your spirit guides or your higher self really closely connected with you at this time in your life, really guiding you. There's something about kind of being a source of inspiration, or like water to the earth. You are like that same quality of rejuvenation to people on earth at this time in your life. I feel like you guys have been going after something, a little bit of a struggle for some of you, and I sense that for others of you it has to do with love. I just got a ding behind me. Something about love is popping as well. So be hopeful that there are people out there that you have yet to meet. I just heard that the best years have yet to come, and I really do believe in that. I know that sometimes we hear that, but the truth is I feel like sometimes we get stuck in cycles where we just really celebrate the past and what happened in the past, and we just think that all of those factors that went together to bring that into existence, there's no way we could ever replicate that because so many years went into being to create those different factors. For example, college. I always look really fondly upon my time in college, and I can't at this point in my life see a different time where there would be such the same environment where I would have, all my friends on campus, learning new things on a campus, being away from home, not having a lot to worry about or stress over. And because I can't foresee that, I like to think about the past. There's a comment coming through about not being able to see everything about the future. More is to come. The best is yet to come, especially for those of you who are single, or for those of you who are desiring a rekindling or in your relationship or romance. a message of a lover is coming through, okay? A message of a lover. For some of you, it feels like this has been a long time coming, okay? I'm going to get to this energy a little bit later. We're going to touch on that a little bit later. Okay, so let's stay hopeful about this relationship, but let's also get a little bit more. I'm going to start with this Romance Angel deck. So your spirit guides, right off the bat, something about raising your vibration, something about being happy. Okay, so happiness, it's like you got to decide to do that at all times. I'm getting this concept of like making sure you're really diligent about keeping your energy up, okay? Especially if you're someone who's extra sensitive. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. That's what connects to this energy. Reconciliation. Okay, so that's something that you would need to remain hopeful about. Someone returning to your life. The Hangman represents a pause or a period of limbo, things not moving. The Five of Swords, usually conflicts, like either mental conflicts or honestly like regretting the words that were shared. So there is reconciliation coming forward. We really want to talk a lot about, this message of reconciliation. For some of you, it feels like you let go a partner at one point in your life and you knew that if you were meant to be together, you guys would find your way back together. Okay, so yeah, this is very interesting. It feels more like one main message going on here. So let's see if we can't get a little bit more about this connection. We'll get a little bit deeper. Definitely someone, it does feel like love. The gym, curious. The gym represents a place that you guys used to frequent. Classmate. This could be a classmate of yours. Someone from your past. Wow. You should have said no. You should have stayed home. You should have thought twice before you let it all go. You should have known a word that you said to her would get back to me. Sorry, I have to go on my Taylor Swift. Okay. I think perhaps that there could have been some cheating that we're picking up on here, okay? Jealousy in general is just coming up too, okay? I want one of these like iridescent cards. We'll go with you. Ecstasy. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this first connection, definitely some energy of a wounded someone in the past. Someone wounded in the past. I honestly, I don't really know what Spirit's trying to say about this. Just the fact that maybe it's a heads up, okay? Heads up that there's definitely some karmic partner coming back into the mix. Okay, I want to know how you're going to feel about this. I have mixed feelings. I want to know how pile 3 is going to feel about this. Vision Quest. That very much says different for each person. How does this person feel towards pile 3? Are their feelings authentic? Vulnerability. Their feelings are definitely authentic. They have some things to share with you. Okay, some emotions to share. Something emotional. Okay, these are the first cups that came up in any of the readings, okay, but surrounded by very interesting energy, the Star and the Hanged Man. I feel like for some of you, this is a message of reconciliation. For others of you, it's like you've been aspiring towards something, wishing for something. Yep, I just got a ding. Wishing for something to happen, to change, to move, because things have not been moving, but there is energy coming. Something volatile, though, is accompanying it. Okay, so this could simply be something out of left field that you have to juggle, a person coming in, just energy to shake it up. There's just something to be shaken up. I'm just very interested to do that. I don't know why, but I'm really interested to do that for pile 3, to take everything away and to see where else this is going. I've never done that before. It just felt like I need to clear all of that because that limbo card, it just kept staring at us. Pile 3, Spirit. What's the T? What's the 411? Yeah, leaving behind something very passionate. The cups did come up again. Another 8, 8, 8. You guys could be seeing 8, 8 repeating. This is giving me the energy of work. Or a classmate again. I meant to say a coworker. So let's get 2 more of a new beginning, but also that person returning in 4 of Pentacles. Okay. What I'm picking up on is that there's definitely someone returning. That's what we seem to want to talk a lot about. This could be a relationship that really needs to heal because it's been going on for far too long. It's just been going on too long and it's draining you. Or it's just something that's going to be able to catapult you in a new direction, okay? I feel like there's some energy about this relationship that's connected to your work. Something to do with this relationship is connected to your work. And this leaving something very passionate behind and working very hard on something else brings about a new beginning, okay? Where there's more stability. Let's get some clarifiers. What's going on? Queen of Swords. This could be a female figure from your past. Page of Swords. A lot of people. Oh, look at that. All swords. And then a 4-4. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting this as like a good energy. So what I see, something leaving, something shifting up. Okay, and something about fine details and scrutiny is coming through as well. I feel like there is some words, something was exchanged, something was said perhaps really frankly. You're letting go, right? So this Queen of Swords, she has ties around her wrists that are red, a very passionate connection, and this figure walking away from a passionate connection to freeing yourself. There's something you guys are being freed from. Maybe I can get a hit on that. There's something you guys are being freed from. Something you guys are getting out of, getting away from, and it's going to empower you. Yeah, there's an activation that's coming through as well. I'm seeing joins forces and allies with. Okay, very curious. Not really helpful though. Okay, Spirit, just bear with me, you guys. I see the emphasis on leaving and freeing. Why? What? More. Give us a little bit more, please. Knight of Wands. Okay. I see this fiery character entering your life to shake things up. It feels like a new love, okay? It does feel like a new love. There's this energy of being able to go on the road, though. Something about a cowboy, something about being free, something releasing you. I think some truth is coming to the light. Something is coming to light. Some truth you didn't have in the past is coming to light, and it's going to fuel you forward and onward. Okay, there's this concept of something you didn't know of in the past, just didn't have the answer to. You needed it. You need it for this next journey that you're going on because you're about to embark somewhere new, okay? And you're going to have a choice, okay? There's an opportunity, perhaps more than one, okay? So let's get a little bit more on this Page of Swords with 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. You guys have been very battling work, career, a bunch of different things, scattered thoughts about where you should go, what directions next, okay? Just got a ding outside. All right, Spirit, can we have some advice for that then, please? What is your advice for all of this scattered energy regarding work? What's going on? Raven, magic. Wow. There is some mystery of life, okay? Spirit's being very interesting with me. They don't want to give a lot of specifics, okay? There is the raven here, though, which I love to see. The raven's such a queer bird. They make the weirdest noises and combinations of noises, and they're giant if you've seen one in, like, real life, like, very close to you in proximity. They're huge, very queer birds. Interesting. Okay, magic, blackness. We're going to get a message from the void. We're discovering these messages in real time. Stepping out of the way to let yourself be great. Oh, okay. And then what is this one? Do what's sustainable for you, but above all, do. Yeah, that's what the Eight of Pentacles is saying. Okay, but what I'm picking up on is this really powerful message here. Stepping out of the way to let yourself be great. Okay, so you guys are exceptionally talented at something, and I think it's your work. We have that Eight of Pentacles come up, okay? And you have intrusive thoughts. That's what the Page of Swords is saying, okay? But you have, this element of magic working with you as well. Greatness, okay? So what I'm hearing is that you're not going to miss opportunities. You're not going to miss what you're supposed to do in this lifetime. Okay, I just pulled Seven of Cups off camera. There are opportunities coming for you. You don't see them coming. That's perhaps why they're giving me very vague answers. There's supposed to be an element of mystery going on here, okay? So what else? It's hard to describe this, you guys. Not difficult because I don't understand it, but just trying to empower you, but also let you know what's going on. You're sabotaging yourself. And it's not self-sabotage that you talk yourself down. You just can't see it, right? You can't see it. You can't see how you're getting in your own way. You can't see, it could be perfectionism, where you just... you focus on the minutia, the detail, the fine, all the elements. There's something, you're like in your own way. You're causing undue strife, undue confusion, and just simply, you're not giving yourself the spotlight you deserve. No, you're not giving. You just haven't gotten in it. You're not stepping in the spotlight that you deserve. You've got to step out of your way to let yourself be great. Something about letting go of control. Something about being less perfect. Okay? Something about allowing yourself to be better than just good. Allowing yourself to be better than ordinary. I think this has to do with work. Stepping out of the way to let yourself be great. I just feel like that needs to be said over and over and over again. I always run into this problem on my channel where I'm like, I wish I could just give you the thought in my mind so you could download it and not suffer from this anymore, but it is an inside job. Something in your life, in the career field, okay? There's something that you're remarkable at, but you're literally stepping on your toes. I'm just seeing a dance, like a ballroom dance, and pretend you get points off for stepping on toes. You got 2 left feet, and it's like you're looking down, waiting for disaster to strike. But if you could just carry your chin up high, you would be able to go in a right direction without worrying about the feet. And then that dancer that you're dancing with, your inner saboteur, you wouldn't step on those toes anymore because they would be able to follow you. I'm seeing it's like you're both trying to be the leader. And this is you. There's no other party. It's just you and your mind. And you guys are doing this dance. And there's the you that's pure and angelic and divine. And that wants to be able to be the shining star, but there's the other you in there who keeps you in check. And that you, they're just stepping on your toes. That's a very profound message. I can't get any deeper. I want to move on. The Fool with the 2 of Swords, stopping yourself from embarking. Stopping yourself from embarking. Can I have something more about this? Just saw the star pop out, and then you also have the blessing of the Ace of Wands with new adventures. There is a brand new opportunity that your guides want you to be aware of. Okay? I think that this is an opportunity for you. I'm going to put that out. Wow. The 3 cards that flipped over to reveal the star, the High Priestess with a Hierophant. Okay? Empowerment and knowledge. This is just a card of power. Okay? And I made all that fuss about wishing on a star. Okay, so there is some opportunity coming through. You might move, okay, but it's not gonna create instability. There's a double emphasis on stability. 2 8s and 2 4s, and 4 and 4 is 8. Love to see that. Okay, when you're on the eve of this opportunity, I'm hearing that you might see 4 repeatings or 8s repeating. But there is something very powerful. I think it's a teacher, I think it's an opportunity, and both would be equally welcomed by pile 3. You're going somewhere new. The Ace of Wands is the spirit of adventure. And if you have the spirit of the adventure, that brings you right back to childhood. That brings you back to a childlike wonder of the world. This says to let your path be guided by your creative talents, willpower, and drive. So it just says go with gusto. That's the Fool for me too, but it's the creative talents that we're picking up on. There's something that you do. What does pile 3 do? What does pile 3 do? Enthusiasm. Yeah, we have the sun come out for you guys again. What does pile 3 do? I love that we have the sun going on here, the moon going on here. We have the sun going on here and the moon going on there. What does pile 3 do? 9 is the number of success. Secrets. Why are you guys hiding so much of this from me? It's something different for each of you. I'm sorry, guys. It's like as clear as I can be right now. There is something, some horizon, some future, some opportunity, and I am not about to ruin it. I feel very connected right now, so it almost feels like I would spoil it. And it would ruin serendipity. And it's like you guys are meant to experience this chance, this wonder, this wonderful magic moment. Gaia, nurturing. Wind. Shape-shifting. You're transforming. There's something that's, you're being freed from something that was very passionate. You felt chained to it, though. I know for some of you it's love. For others of you, it's life path. It's so hard for me to perform these general readings because I was just telling Pile 2, what I'm given is all of your energy at once, especially if everyone makes an effort to get grounded. I see all of your paths, and it's like I'm supposed to choose one of those, but have it apply to everyone? Like, what? So there's a message here to me that I'm just doing the very best I can to give as much clarified meanings to everyone. So something secret, but it's a good secret, right? I don't see it causing instability. I see it causing more stability. Okay, a lot more. It's something to celebrate. You're on the eve of something, freeing from something. I think there is definitely that life partner that we saw that's coming back in. There is a moment of reconciliation that came out for you guys. It just feels like something is healing. Something is healing. You're healing something. Your guides want you to have that confirmation, but also a little bit of a heads up. Heads up about this opportunity. You should be looking forward to it, right? To have enthusiasm crossed by secrets says, Zac, don't ruin this surprise for them. It says be excited about it, but also like we're not going to give you anything else on that. Okay, so yeah, let's just draw one more lens. I kind of want to use this deck. I haven't in a while. I wanted to. For pile 3, please. Transformation. Things are changing. I just said that. Deep healing. I literally just said that. That is amazing, you guys. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level and deep healing. Very cool. Let's get some tiny messages. These are parting words from your spirit guides. Explore, start, clear winner, thunder, ooh, so good. Beauty, class, dispatches from a wild world, LOL, that's literally the raven, you guys. That's crazy. Okay. There's, the thunder is, this card, it represents a thunderstorm in the summer in the New England countryside. And I know that's oddly specific, but It just is something so awe-inspiring and powerful. It is a feeling. It is magic itself. The raven represents magic in this animal spirit deck. The deer represents gentleness. The otter is divine female energy. The eagle is spirit. Well, the raven is magic, okay? Now, with thunder, that is a special kind of magic too. There's definitely some divine thing coming through for pile 3, and it's going to be beautiful. You're going to go somewhere new is what's coming through. It's not something silly like a vacation. Not to say that that's a silly desire, but it's not something trivial like that. It feels a little bit bigger. It feels like you guys are ready as well for this. Yeah, and it's going to be the opportunity that you guys have been looking for, okay? Because I feel like you guys have been doing deep healing. And I was talking to Pal too about this word. What is that word? Of course I would lose it. Not owed, not deserve. Maybe it's deserve. Maybe that's the word. Reward, I think it was. But it's like something is due, right? If you do a lot of deep healing, there's going to be a result, right? There's going to be a consequence of doing deep healing. Again, consequence, it doesn't have a negative meaning. It has negative connotations. Consequence is just like the result of doing something. So you're going to receive something. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's divine. It's what you couldn't even dream of because they didn't want me to spell it out for you guys. You have a lot of enthusiasm for it, but keep it secret. All right, well, these are all the messages that are coming through for pile 3, and I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, you can give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, stay divine.